Test. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Revival Cup 2025. Now, before we begin, yes, you're not seeing things, or rather, you're not seeing me. So, let's just say, due to technical difficulties, my camera decided it wanted to be a spectator tonight, I guess. So, while I'm invisible, I promise the voice and the action are still very much alive. And trust me, you'll want to stick around for this one because we are kicking off a lot in qualifier 3 with a clash that's got storylines written all over it. Division X versus Bruuh's Fault. Both hungry, both unpredictable, both fighting for that 5th playoff ticket. I guess it's one for the books. Let's start with the wildcards. Bruuh's Fault. Their roster tonight: Zenzi, Chef, Blackie, Bruuh, and Gojo Satoru, which we all know, with Osha X and Assassin waiting in as subs. This team thriving on chaos. They don't play by the meta, they create their own. Chef keeps rounds grounded, as we have seen in matches before. Blackie brings that calculated discipline, and Bruuh, the main, the man, the name, the energy. I mean, his whole name is toiled around in this team as well, so turns broken rounds into highlight reels. Gojo Satoru, meanwhile, is that fearless, I would rather say duelist, but main character energy coming in from that name alone, who picks angles like he's got a respawn timer. You can't predict them, you can only try to survive them. Facing them is the embodiment of discipline. I mean, we have heard the word Division X prior to in earlier tournaments as well. They represent the clan Maximum Esports. Their lineup has very big names coming in from the get-go. Baseplate, Crazy Carver, EV3, Zealot, and Saint Zerotsu, with Hydra subbing in when needed. This team plays chess while everyone else plays dodgeball. Baseplate's calling is clean. Crazy Carver and Zealot taking duels with surgical precision, and EV3 is the glue holding it all together. So it's flexible, patient, deadly, and then you have Saint Zerotsu as well, who seems to have built a small house in clutch situations. If this match goes down to a wire, bet on him to be showing up. Ladies and gentlemen, we are rushing it, and we're already map better has been done. Agent selects also going into play. We'll dive into Korod. So let's rewind a bit, because no worries. I think as you can see, all 3 maps have been done, and dusted, have been selected as well. So Korod, Bind, Sunset, 2 very complicated maps, and then you have Bind, a very homely map for both teams to have any ploy on getting the win. Korod. A map for everyone to be thinking about who will be going forward. It is fairly new map with 2 sides, A and B. The challenge, it challenges teams with its unique decay mechanics, vertical crossfire lanes, and then that multi-level rotational routes. The route to alley, link from crane. It's angles from every side into a very clusterphobic A side or a very open B. Positional awareness, making it one of the most strategical, demanding arenas introduced into Valorant's map pool. Now, I have been made aware of that we are indeed having a few technical difficulties with the agent select. Let's just move into the game, shall we? I think it's going to be easier for everyone else to be able to... Oh no, I think the game has issues as well. We're gonna have to resolve this. So are we going on a technical timeout to resolve this, or are we just going to move forward with it? We're moving forward with it, I guess. That's the finalized. Let me just give you an overlook as to who is who. Clove, Jet, KO, Deadlock, Fate coming in for the defenders, which is a very good balanced round. Already the kills are coming from left, right and center, pushing through mid-range. Time to take control of alley. The attackers have spread out and taken a very balanced first round for both teams. Heavily attacked on the mid domination, not slowing down, pushing slowly, spilling into B, and lucky for them, nobody is there to hold them back. So the attackers should very confidently have B in their disposal, and I think they will move on to indeed put that into their utilization. Now, holding pocket, Chef will have to make a slow push, assuming someone is in arch. The information coming in into right on key for Chef. Hydra will take Bruuh out. Chef is the only one existing. Up in arch, Chef takes down.
Last player standing.
The angle around Zenitsu. Zealot will fall. Chef takes Zealot down, and Chef gets the first round to the demise of the attackers. Very surprising, considering they had it all in their books. Very well played from Chef to go around, take the space necessary, and conquer and win the round. Coming in for Bruuh's fault there. I really want to apologize again for the technical difficulties coming in from our side, just as much as I can to give you guys the information necessary for this game as well. So taking a small detour back into what exactly happened with last round, Chef played a blinder of a masterclass to be able to push back against the ever so attacking Division X and give us a first round beautiful retake in order for Bruuh's Fall to very successfully take that round away from Division X. Alright, we're moving into second round. It seems like the attackers who are going up so far on to mid. Clover already taken up the space as much as they can. It's a bit of a... the rest of the team taking the other side. Slowly but surely, I don't think they want to make any unnecessary move. Yes, exactly. Chef will be taking the lurk. Will lurk up on Zealot and take out Zealot, giving Bruuh's Fall yet another significant advantage. One up on them.
Spike down A.
EV3 to bear
One
down
enemy
Z.
remaining.
And the attackers are now in the seat of being on having to be a little bit... The hesitation falling in from the attackers is what gives Bruuh the opportunity to be able to push forward and consume. Because in Korod, knowing the amount of angles that exist, you are going to get taken out from one angle or the other, and that hesitation is certainly what's making Division X not push up as we have seen them do before. They are calculated, they are precise, but the only issue with them at the moment is that they are taking a tad bit too long in the way they're attacking, which is giving the opportunity for the defenders to use it against them. Prowler from President to go into, along with the haunt, should not bother the defenders in any sort of way because it does not get any information. The Prowler going back in again. Have a look at this, dashing into pocket. I got to take Zenzi out, and Bruuh almost trading out the two kills, giving them
last player
Osha
standing.
holding in
Last player
side
standing.
with 19 HP remaining. Chef hold up in mid. Side. He's inside. Gets the information necessary. Chef now tagged as well for 91 HP. We'll have to take a small peek. Just that's all you need to do. Take player on the time. Don't overcommit, and you're gonna get punished. Hydra suddenly takes the time to shoot back, and Chef falls. Division X gets their first map in the bag, and they still move forward. Everything and nothing at the same time in that round. 4 Bruuh falls. Osha performing a holding in and beautifully playing around. Chef doing what we saw him do in the first round of this game, playing around space, taking, but did not get the ability to aim this time around, giving Division X and Hydra the opportunity to draw, to consume, and get the kill at the end. 1-2. We're moving into round 4. The defenders seem to be spread around. Prowler going into B main. Again, the saturate coming in to Cat, but doesn't really do anything. Nobody positioned and held up there. Osha already deep into A-Link, seeing if the possibility for a push through mid is open. Chef, pushed up too much, and Zealot will punish. The head and the horn.
Never left.
Trades are coming in all in the favor of the attackers here. Division X to push into A side will take in a very good position. Doesn't see behind. Gets caught off guard by Osha. Beautifully waited, calm and composed, and Bruuh's fall will take the numbers advantage here into play. The Prowler coming in. Contemplated use Nightfall there for a second. One more Osha is playing a fabulous game.
Last player standing.
It's 2v1 and
30 seconds left.
Lucky has to take the luck up very precariously. We don't want to give the information that has been accumulated here. Panics for a bit, and the panic causes the overswing, I say, and gets caught on the head by Hydra. Division X playing wonderfully well here after having the first 2 rounds go not so their way, but Bruuh's fault. Unfortunately, not able to capsulate on the mistakes made by Division X in giving them a very easy advantage forward. It's something that they'll have to really rethink on how they are going ahead doing. But at the same time, I feel like most of which is being done by Bruuh is to the T, and that's something they shouldn't be worried about. Now have a look at this. Chef going early on with the Dagger Storm in order to get what... Pushing it to A side, caught up in yard. The Dagger Storm gets base plate off. Zealot will trade off Bruuh. Whiffs on the Dagger Storm. Zealot and Crazy Clever now putting the attackers in a position of pushing in very well. Nightfall comes in. Zealot will take Osha down. That means it's just Blackie left with Zenzi, and they fall as well. All of a sudden, the almighty Division X have made their name renowned by coming back into what was once a very heavily Bruuh game. A lot of utilities thrown out there. The whiff from Chef did not certainly help the cause of Bruuh's fall, giving Division X a very easy round to take, especially the Nightfall coming in helps take out Osha, and then it was just a matter of when before they carried the 5th round away from the attackers. Disappointing scene from the defenders. Of course, they would not have wanted that to come such a way, especially when it's such a. You can't blame the defenders because Corona is known for its being so attacker-sided. Map pushing into a pocket very easily. Base play takes Blackie out. Osha to trade off Zealot. Everything happening now for the attackers. 4v3. Side heavily locked down. It's a matter of how you hold your positions because Chef seems to creep out. Nobody has elbow at the moment, so Chef can very comfortably go up to Arch. No, not really holding Arch as well, but looks Link in time for Zenzi to fall.
One enemy remaining.
Looking up from Arch is Chef. EV3 will make a momentum moment of that to push themselves now 2 rounds ahead and very comfortably seating themselves in the driving seat as Bruuh seems to just not actually making a move all over the place in shambles, getting caught to brace plates. Antics actually. Base plate is so unpredictable in this map. So far in the last 3 rounds that they have won, Baseplate has been the one to initiate, to move up, to go up into space, playing how a whale should typically be played, and that's exactly why Division X seems to have the space in a map like Korod to attack.
Sound sensor up.
Zenzi putting the sound sensor already so early on in the round so as to catch a potential whale climbing and going around as much as Baseplate has. Horn coming into A alley. And the Prowler going into alley as well. The Saturate will not let Baseplate, will not get Zealot off guard. Now Chef will fall to crazy cover. The sees the pull. Bruh doesn't really do much. Bruh gets sprayed, gets chipped, but not killed. And they do not know. They will slowly leak into B side now. The fight in Cat should take Zenzi out, giving the side 4 and very comfortably to Division X. And that's exactly what they would have loved. Now that the side is waited all this time, knew the map awareness is very well played here. 33 HP, the Bucky should do something. No whiffs! Ah, that's unfortunate for ED3. Bruuh will take the kill. Only to be shut down. Osha will take crazy cover down. The trade is in. The Horn should go as well. It's a 1v1. Has the information necessary. Doesn't have the HP. Will the Nightfall be used? Going around. Does in fact get that kill? Precise information utility usage coming in from Osha just to bring back that moment that we've seen from round 1. It's 4-3. Division X seems to have just lost their concentration there for a second because everything was in their way until the whiff from EV3. Good map awareness from EV3 to get the 2 kills only to be taken out, unfortunately, to not knowing that he didn't have enough at the spray. That's good enough for Bruuh. That's good enough for round 8. We are moving 4-3. As much as we are so far into this game, it's just you'd think that Division X has the experience to actually win this, but Bruuh certainly showing why you can't write a team out. Early Prowler coming into A-yard. On the other end, Chef to take them out. Hydra to trade. Hold on. Ali and Zealot will get the comeback by taking out Bruuh. And moves on to take out Osha as well. This should and very well be in the favor of Division X. Them dominating comeback. It's only up to now Blackie and Zenzi to see how they are going to be able to bring themselves, retake this side. Composure, calm, and holding proper angles. On the other end, it's about taking, not over peaking from the attackers. They shouldn't be doing that, and I think that's they have the numbers advantage, so you just wait it out, I guess.
One
Line
enemy
coming in
remaining.
from the KO. Blackie falls first. Whiffs the shot. Oh, you can't afford to whiff your shots in this time of the game. It's 5-3, ladies and gentlemen. Division X utilizing every mistake that Bruuh seems to be doing and getting the kill forward. No, I don't see Zenzi should be kicking themselves there for the way they whiffed on pocket and giving the opportunity
Sound
for
sensor up.
the attackers to push up. I think we're gonna have to. The technical difficulty seems to be overwhelming for the production team, so we apologize for what you are seeing, for what you are not seeing, and hope that it's better in the next game. Early push into A alley again. Not really changing the map. They know that they're good at this. They know they want to dominate A. They have seen it happen and work multiple times. Bruuh has been seized in A alley. Zero just waiting for. I mean, now at this point, you gotta change. You gotta play around, change around your attitude. You can't stay in the same point. You're going to be predictable, and that's exactly what Bruuh's Fall seems to be going through against the almighty Division X. The Marshals play through the Viper Cloud, not really doing much. Zenzi will somehow take out this play. Bruuh to come in the buy round, not to deploy. The outs all over the place from Division X. And ladies and gentlemen, I think it's a spray of bullets and it's 4v4 still. Very possible. It's a 4v3 still very possible for the defenders here. But as long as this Viper Cloud exists, it's going to be
Last player standing.
Will take the trade. Only for Chef to hold a Marshall and not be able to do much. Takes one. I would not expect. I would have expected a knife there, but they were being very merciful. It's 6-3 as we move into the 10th round. 2 more rounds and we're already there for the first half. The Viper pit really causing a lot of commotion, not giving the opportunity for the defenders to make any sort of play. Chef held up in pocket, not getting the opening enough to produce the kind of play that he would have hoped for. Now Division X very, very comfortably in the driving seat with 6-3. You can't make it any more comfortable than this in the scenario that they are Corrode attacking. You have a good lead. You have dismantled the defense. That is Bruuh's fault that we saw it do wonders in the first 2 rounds. But eventually,
Right here.
the Prowler to push Bruuh all the way back into yard and into sight. Split will conquer it slowly but surely. Gets the kill against Osha, which is a very dominant statement coming in from Division X early on in the round, because Osha has been phenomenal in this game. Baseplate making a play of the century. The Prowler to peek the Haunt to peek through the window to get sight successfully for Division X over here. The blind from KO pushing through the middle, only to get absolutely stomped on by Baseplate. Baseplate with 3 kills here. Probably going to look for an ace. The snake bite. The difficulties did not allow us to see that ace base play. I apologize, but that was some fabulous play. He's coming in from base play. Holy.
The kids are sleeping.
Line them up! I'm going in! Be right back.
Hey, put me back.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're back again. Sorry about that base play, because that was one hell of an ace. Division X making a very, very bold statement out here early on in the game. Round
Last
11,
round
8-3.
in the
Ladies
half.
and gentlemen, just 5 rounds left and Division X will take this map very comfortably. 8-3 is a statement and a half to make in a round like in a game like this. It's qualifier 3, and like I said, we are in for explosive games. Brasford not doing too much wrong, but Division X just seeming too strong of a team. We've heard the name Crazy Carver, we've heard the name Baseplate, we've heard the name Hydra in previous tournaments, and I think that sort of experience, that sort of a stacked lineup that you're witnessing right now is the reason why Brasford seems to be faltering. A lot of experience in Corrode, and Division X are very heavily in the front seat. Easy and early on kill from Zenzi for Zenzi falling on very early on gives the option. Hydra. Blackie also falls as well. So the Initiator and Sentinel falling down early on gives the opportunity for Division X. They all hold up in A-Link here. Hold on, Bruuh and Chef not able to do much, but fall down. Bruuh will take one. The Alchemy from Zelot
remaining.
to reclaim and redeem.
Yatasha.
Osha holding the front line for this team from every angle possible, getting sprayed on and stopped. 9-3 is
Switching
the
sides.
score as we move into the first half, and Division X very strongly, very commandingly in the front at the moment. But again, it's an attacker-sided map, so anything can happen. It could also now just suddenly switch. We've seen the 9-3 curse in Valorant before. We've heard of it. Anyone who's played in Valorant knows what the 9-3 curse is. So it's just a matter of time before the 9-3 curse sets in, I guess. Are we going to see a masterclass of redemption from Bruuh's Fort? Are we going to see Division X put a close onto the map one, take it and move on to the semi-final? Move on to one step being move on to being one step close to the semi-finals. Oh my word, that was one hell of a first half. Division X started off really slowly, but then now really showing how strong of a team they are. Baseplay taking an early peek into A lobby to get as much information as he possibly can. The Haunt will also go in to the attackers in the most unprecedented way.
No
The
peeking.
brawler to come into A yard. Out goes the. Up goes the toxic screen. Immediately balls. That will take one. It's a 2v3 now. The attackers in the driving seat yet again. This time they're pushing to hitting. Hydra exists. Hydra wins.
Last
Gets the
player
kill
standing.
somehow. Will fall. It's now. It's
Spike planted.
It's a 2v3. Division X has only crazy cover to look out for to take this round back, but Bruuh's Fort coming in as overwhelming as they can, utilizing the mistake from Hydra in A-Link to take this round back to themselves. The Horn coming in from Osha to
No charges.
see if he's coming to A-Link.
Last player
Doesn't really
standing.
matter. Crazy cover takes Bruuh down. The Horn to push. Osha has no Crazy has no time to seize to pull in. Osha has to spray in. The defuse is coming in. Doesn't matter. Good.
Clutch.
Still gets it. The two fades trade as much as they can, and somehow Crazy Cover pulls the impossible off and gets the round. Utter despair. That's all Bruuh's Fort should be feeling, because that was very much in their hands. And Division X steal it right from under the rug, and you just can't make it up.
They are mine.
Beautiful plays from Crazy Cover to steal that round away from Osha of all people as well. The Prowler going into lobby to get some sort of information, and I think should be safe at the moment, because the defender seems to, the attackers want to spread out, take as much information as they possibly can, typically into B side, as they have already positioned themselves near B main. Baseplate will take a sneaky Osha out of the equation from. Have a look at the way Baseplate is playing over here. He's just being so aggressive, really not giving any opportunity for the attackers to make any ploy, slowing them down as much as he can. And now Bruuh seems to backtrack into mid with two players down. They seem to have a lot of things going unfortunately away from them. Bruuh's Fort are in shambles here. The defenders are holding. Hold on. Have a look at KO all the way on. Pocket taking the slow approach into side, knows that no one is inside, gets the information, giving the opportunity for the attackers this time to make a comeback yet again. The hesitation setting in. Crazy Cover takes it, a very good approach into A yard to
30 seconds left.
hold it, gets tagged,
One
but
enemy
gets the
remaining.
kill.
Don't miss me,
And they all fall. Good luck from Blackie does not amount to much as the attackers fall. The defenders very much in the driving seat. 7 rounds in a row is a statement and a half, and I think 11-3, as much as we would have loved a comeback from Bruuh, Division X just not really giving the opportunity for Bruuh to go forward. I mean, they did, but they didn't make any use of it. Osha sneaking in, taking the last round. This time Blackie getting the lurk in. The teammates just being a little too slow behind. And 11-3 is the score at the moment. After we saw the first 3 rounds of Bruuh, it just seems like Division X got the rhythm. Chef to move it too fast. The saturate from baseplate almost. What a shot from Zealot to somehow survive that. I think Braceplate would be laughing because that saturate nearly took them both out. 11-3, ladies and gentlemen, it's a 3v3. Zealot will be pushing up yard slowly. Being very cautious. All hold up inside. Not making any chances. The medal should come along from the sensor. Giving the information for Zenzi. Will Zealot fall? No, not again! Gets caught by the net, but still gets the kill. It's a 2v2. We move forward. Zealot falls again. Zealot with the one opportunity of an ace. No, Blackie will not let that! Blackie taking the game. The round for Bruuh, pushing it to metal, using it as a cover to take the perfect opportunity to attack and stop the rampaging Zealot. A menace of an individual, getting saturated, getting netted, everything going wrong for Zealot. Just stop, doesn't really care, uses his aim against anything and gets the kill. But Blackie on the other hand had other plans in order for Bruuh. They're not gonna go down easily. Here's the dash in from baseplate and becomes a little bit more cautious as he should be actually. Very slow approach, different from what we saw from the attackers from Division X early on in the game. Hydra held up near Cat. Sends in the Zealot will trade off. Blackie falls. Gets the heal in. The Prowler to put forward to push the attackers, but the Nightfall coming to the saturate as well to be netted yet again and gets the kill. And doesn't matter because Baseplate and Craver is there to take the round very quickly away from the attackers. Division X just stomping on the enemy at the moment, just not giving any sort of opportunity for them to make any ploy. As much as we'd like to see this game go the distance, it just seems inevitable at the moment. Division X very strong in the way they're all too aggressive for Bruuh to make a play, and the hesitancy setting in just all over the play, all over, is causing the dismantle of this team. Zealot with a beautiful shot on the head. We've already seen this man's headshots. Actually coming in from baseplate yet again. A little drive-by to the wall to get the momentum to push it back. Both whiff. It seems like Bruuh is turning this around. Hydra will have to back off into a alley. Nearly gets taken out by Chef. Doesn't back off, stays put where they are. It's now or never for Bruuh. It's just a matter of time for Division X. They gotta play it slow, they gotta play it smart. Zenzi seems to have taken up position.
Last player standing.
No, doesn't know! Zenzi, good repositioning, holding up a very aggressive angle in Link in alley in order to take out Hydra. Now it's just EV3. Is it a matter of saving? Doesn't do that. Bruuh will fall. Doesn't ult. Stays. The horn should fall into. Give them the information. The one time that you going to be the redemption of a lifetime if they do come back and win this.
Sound sensor up.
I think that's the kind of attack that we've been waiting for. Bruuh's fault to make the ploy that Division X that they have been utilizing is the fact that they've been waiting too long, take the fight to them. The whiff coming in from base plate and Osha early on in the game is the reason why they were able to get that. What a shot by Zealot early morning to get Blackie off.
No peeking.
Chef will take Hydra. It's a trade for a 1v1. Or Chef very injured inside. EV3 to whole side. Base plate falls again early on in the game. Chef also takes EV3, which is
Barrier
the attacker
deployed.
suddenly in the driving seat here. They want to
One
block
enemy
in
remains.
Zealot. A little bit of yourself showing out of the medal will give the opportunity for the attackers. And that's exactly what happened here. A bye round for both now. They're very comfortably. It's just one round away for Division X, and just they gotta play it smart. They gotta play it slow. They don't have to be as aggressive as they are if they want to win this. But as happily as that is for Bruuh's fault, Division X might actually change their team tactics, and I think that's what they're gonna go for. Commendable gain, commendable comeback from 3-12 to 6-12. 3 rounds in a row now for
Unable.
the attackers. Prowler going into side. EVG waiting. Hydra EVG falls so early on. Hydra gets one. Has to play cautiously. Whiffs. Giving the attackers another push in. And the base plate out should get caught by the deadlocks out. Everything is happening, ladies and gentlemen. And we're also having technical difficulty, so it's just I don't know what to cast anymore. It's all over the place. It's going left, right. I think Bruuh's fault seems to be Zealot fault. Zealot feels like Zenzi. It's 12-6. It's Bruuh.
One enemy remaining.
Bruuh's fault. No, it's not. It's Zealot to take nothing. Because Bruuh's fault seem to be so dominating after being in the backseat all this time. They are saying we're here. Again, I really apologize for the I apologize for the inconvenience coming ahead. The internet seems to be going haywire on the production side. So just to put you guys in to a summary of what's happening at the moment, Division X, who was so far in the driving seat, just need to win one more round, seem to suddenly be shaking in the boots because Bruuh found their rhythm and is not letting them take that last round so damn easily. So, making as much noise as possible. Almost gets chipped in. The saturate to stop the push and base plate. One down, 2 whiffs! Almost! And just like that! In the bye round of all bye rounds! He stopped everyone at once! Zealot Bruuh with one. Hydra whiffs! And they get a thrifty to humiliatingly push themselves into map 2. Ladies and gentlemen, there you go, we have it. Division X may have stumbled a bit, but suddenly in a thrifty, in the most thriftiest fashion, take the win. That was a fascinating Corod map, and of course a lot of technical difficulties to come with that. So I apologize, and I think the production might have a chance of bringing things back to the way we've had Revival Cup all this time. Again, it's a tournament brought to you by the community, so expect things like this to happen, right? Still the qualifiers, still a very exciting qualifier, certainly not something that went down so very quickly. Division X played a blinder of a performance, but Bruuh had a very good fighting comeback towards the end. Not enough though. Osha and Chef, really the highlights of the game. Bruuh coming and performing like the way we assumed that he would. Zealot and Hydra base plate doing all the confusion. Zealot Hydra being the anchor of Division X is the reason why we have this score. Now, don't go too far, ladies and gentlemen. We should be back in a bit because Bind is next. We know Bind for being such a homely map. Both teams should ideally know how to play in Bind. What are the strats? And I'll bring you all of that very in detail towards the next segment of the show. But until then, don't go too far, because Vega is here to bring you all the commentary. Again, I apologize for all the technical difficulties, including my camera. So as much as I promised you my voice won't go, if the net exists, my voice will exist as well. So until then, Division X versus Bruuh's Fault. We're moving on to Bind. The fighting continues. I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, and that's map 1 in the books. I guess Division X comes in and takes score of 13-7. But what a scrap that turned into near the end, huh? Roswell started on attack, and let's be real, the first half was brutal. Was brutal. So they were staring at 3-12 deficit, and it looked like the game was done and dusted. But then they woke up, and then round by round they started to claw it back. I think the game has begun on the other side of the. All right, okay. Sorry, I was just being made aware of the test being happening. I apologize. Well, it just all of a sudden went on to Division X, taking out 13-7. It might have ended 13-7, but the score didn't exactly tell the whole story. Second push from Bruuh was a start of something, and if they did carry that fire into Bind, it might be looking at a completely different game from what we saw. Division X, they look clean, clinical, composed. They built that 12-round lead off near perfect discipline. So base plates calls were on point. Crazy cover, Zealot holding angles like balls, and then Saint Jeritsu once again turned a couple of rounds into 1v 1v3 1v4s, and then it's a calm methodical style that becomes of maximum esports signature. We've seen it before, we've seen it now, and we're probably going to see it in Bind as well. When they've got the economic control, ironically, and info, they squeeze their opponents out of options, which is what Bruuh had happened for multiple rounds in that game. They just did not seem like they had any option to move forward. They just were pushed back from baseplate being very up and front on their face, and then all the way on the other side, EV3 holding B side just didn't really give them the space and the momentum that they needed until the very end. They left Bruuh's until the very end. They didn't allow any punch, but of course Bruuh came in with a few punches in the late game. Make no mistake, they control the tempo from start to finish, and that's what Division X will look to do towards the second map as well. We are moving on to map 2, Bind, which is a different battlefield, of course, a different rhythm. If Korod was all about rotations and open side fights, Bind is again a very tactical chessboard. You have teleporters, tight corners, post plants, and mind games that very well will be utilized in this map by Division X. So Bruuh will have to look to be a wall against all of these strategies that Division X might choose to ploy. It's a map where your sentinels and controllers will typically shine. So considering how Chef would play duelist, I think he might want to take a utility based team character, maybe like Killjoy or Cypher. This could tilt the momentum right back in Bruuh's favor. They've already shown us they can bounce back, and if they bring the same late map energy here, we could absolutely be heading for a map 3 decider tonight. And I think who doesn't want a map 3 decider, am I right? As much as Division X would want to end things here, the audience might look to wanting a map 3 because it's Sunset, and we never know how Sunset will go. Right, before we jump into Agent Select, let's take a quick moment to show love to the amazing folks powering the Revival Cup 25. First up, Noob Alliance, our official clothing partner. They've been part of Sri Lankan esports from day one, and they are doing it again with your official Revival Cup polo. You can grab yours right now at nooballiance.lk/shop for just ₹3,250. Now, mind you, we are giving it at a whopping discount from 4,250 using the promo code. For whoever uses the promo code, you're gonna get this at an incredible discount. It's clean, comfortable. I went in observer mode again. I'd be showing it off again. I'll be showing it off right now. I swear I have it on right now. Yeah, Dennis. I do have it on. Right. Next up, IPLAY, our strategic platform partner. They are the reason all the bracket scores and matches run seamlessly. If this tournament looks this smooth, that's IPLAY working behind the scenes, keeping the Revival alive. And of course, shout out to every volunteer, observer, and editor and designer who's been keeping this event ticking night after night. This isn't just a tournament for the community. It's a tournament for the community, by the community. And that's what makes it special. Ladies and gentlemen, I think the agent select has been done and dusted with, and we are moving with a very EV3 going with Deadlock this time for compared to the Wise pick from the last game, and Raze being the ultimate agent duelist in this should tell you all that he's there for the way that Division X is planning to play this in the most aggressive way possible. Base played, we saw how he played Waylay in the earlier game, so he's potentially looking to do the same here as well. On the other side, you have duelist being Jet, and I believe the HUD has been fixed. Am I right, Dennis? Please give me a yes or a no if it hasn't, because I don't see it in the live stream at the moment. And now a very early nade going in towards Blow Will. Hey, base play takes 2, takes 3, an early ace. Hold on, is this a very possible ace? And base play will look like he wants it as soon as possible. Already pushing up showers, gets the information necessary. The boom bot trying to, I think, decides not to go with the boom bot. Are they going to steal his ace? Zealot does it indeed. And I think it's just a matter of who wants the kills at this point, because Bruuh has been completely overrun. Osha X on near side. They've left Spike. I don't think they know Spike is inbound there. So Hydra will go towards Osha X. Osha X holding on side. Will take Hydra right point blank. Will be happy with the first kill coming in. And just like that, Division X will take the first round very dominantly thanks to base plate. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going with a very old school approach. I think this is going to be the HUD for you guys. We don't have the all to VCT. Have a look at the scoreboard early on. We apologize for not being able to show the scoreboard because of, again, technical difficulties. Baseplate coming in with 3 kills, almost getting a very good ace there, blocked off by the wall from Deadlock, giving the opportunity for them to ironically take away any sort of, apply the wall from Deadlock to slow down the push into A side. The Trailblazer, the guiding light going out, the Prowler going from showers, pushing up already. Baseplate sending the boom bot. Zella taking cheeky peeks from the teleport. Chef all the way on their side, gets crazy cover down. So now Baseplate has to hold showers, pushing the defense a little bit behind from what they were usually used to. Chef gets 1 kill, gets traded off by EV3, caught up by the net, still gets the kill. Blackie falls. It's a 2v3. All of a sudden, the attackers who were very much on top there, baiting the utilities, getting the kills, still somehow falter. While Baseplate holds showers, the attackers seemingly would push through doors, trying to get through to A side. Spike still in Bruh's hands, so I don't think they have anything too much to worry about. And Baseplate will rotate all the way from showers to lamps, get the kill, holding it like a hawk, and will complete his mission with yet another 3k. So very dominant start from Division XA, especially from Baseplate, to get the round for Division X. Ladies and gentlemen, we move to 2-0 for Division X coming in. Bruuh really not being able to make any not able to make any play from the get-go. They really did put on a show all the way in box, taking kills, getting Division X to the low, but they managed to take a comeback. And now another satchel in from Baseplate, and Zealot just fall instantaneously after the satchel in. Very audacious play, doesn't amount to much. The Prowler should give the opportunity for Bruuh to finally make entry to side. Chef will take lamps slowly but surely. Somehow crazy cover takes Blackie through box, planting in default. Crazy cover with an outlaw seems to be too crazy for Bruuh to handle, and Zenzi falls. giving Division X the third round as well. The HUD has not been updated, but the game certainly moves forward as Division X will take the third round very comfortably. Again, Brusford got the 2 kills necessary, got the lead, got the agent advantage, got the advantage in numbers, but really was so spread out that gave Crazy Cover the opportunity to take a 3K, pushing up, getting those outlaw kills, which you don't typically see. Especially 3 kills with an outlaw is something that needs to be that's again kudos to these guys, because these guys are just phenomenal in the way they're playing. Nothing coming on the side of Brusford. Got the numbers advantage, lost the advantage, and then went on to lose the round. I think that's what happens when you don't outshine what you're supposed to do. Zealot, the Sky Smoke to give the space enough for base play to get the orb. Chef climbing box finds Zealot and base play to trade off the C's to pull in and get packet shells. Something doesn't really get any sort of angle going forward for him. And the showstopper. Gravnet to really put him down there. Blackie will look at an angle from Hookah, and then base play takes Zenzi. So it's trades off from both sides. EV3 looking to enter site here. EV3 looking to enter site. Hello, he's a defender. EV3 plays the defender position and still gets the attacker. The Gravnet on Hookah. And the Haunt should give base play a very good opportunity to comfortably secure this round. Now, the very good difference that you're going to see, especially EV3 playing an attacker's position up in Garden to catch the attackers who are entering through Hookah, is going to show the absolute audacity that Division X has, and the reason why they are 4 rounds ahead of Brusford. They just can't seem to catch a break. The sky smoke coming in from Zealot early on to give base plate the orb, and then the Trailblazer going into Hookah now. Chef and the sound sensor to stop it all. Blackie waits, and base plate gets Chef, but gets traded off by Blackie. So really not too much damage done for both the attackers. Only the duelist is gone, which kind of might seem like the biggest ploy when it comes to attacking, to be honest. The Prowler from Garden going into site gets EV3. So EV3 will have to back into elbow now. And Hydra falls in labs. Blackie will comfortably enter site. Finally, the attackers have seized EV3 as well. So now it's a 2v4. They surely cannot drop this in now, can they? Crazy Cover and Zealot seem to be going the wall, coming in from all the way inside to stop any progress. Spraying through Hookah to get chip damage. The Rise should fall in. The Haunt going into side. Held back temporarily. Blackie, Osha, Zenzi all hold up very securely inside. Sky Smoke's coming in from the Brave, the Silencer, and almost deploying the Nightfall to get sprayed through smoke, giving the first round and a very anticipating and anxious holding round to Brusford. Division X finally given, and Brusford will take the win, giving them some sort of reason to play now because of this beautiful hold on to side. They executed the entry well, got the kills, held the side, didn't overcommit, didn't overpeak, waited for any sort of body movement from Division X, and then finally got the kill. Now Zealot, it's going to be a default push, so they are waiting in mid-market, hopefully hoping for some sort of push. EV3 all the way in Garden along with baseplate holding the angle. One gets the trade-off for Crazy Cow over here. Osha falls. It's a 4v4. Chef will peek. Chef will take the shot into alley. Into labs. I apologize. EV3 still hold up in that position to take anyone in Hookah as soon as possible. Zealot pushing up. Gets the kill that Zenzi will be kicking his computer focus. That should definitely not be happening for Bruuh's fault over here. They seem to be taken by surprise. Baseball will take Bruuh to alt back and take the trade in for himself. EV3 will hold site very carefully. Bruuh to hold. The sound center comes down. Bruuh falls off. And now it's a 2v1. It's Chef against Zealot and EV3. And very comfortably. And I think very dominantly too. Because Division X just seemed to know exactly what Bruuh's fault. For him to be perked up all the way up in Garden and still be able to live amongst the chaos should go to show the absolute sheer map dominance that Division X seems to be showing against Bruuh's fault. A lot to be said when it comes to the way Division X is playing at the moment. And I don't think that they would be very happy. Bruuh's fault would be very happy with the attacking prowess that they seem to be showing. Ladies and gentlemen, the Dragonstorm coming in from Chef early on. Blackie will take Baseplate out, which is a very important mix in this lineup. Baseplate seems to know exactly what he's doing in bind, and I think he will be very happy to pull out some antics that we saw, and he has been actually 12 kills so far up in this game is pretty much why you can see Division X up there in the scoreboard 5-1 as we're moving to the 7th round. EV3 pushed all the way up to Fountain over here, and Chef waiting with the Daggerstorm in hookah to see if there's anyone peeking through lab to absolutely decimate and punish the noise in. Hydra to push mid market, lurking as slowly as he can possibly do. Bruuh in blue, everything is happening. It's a 4v5. Hydra will take Bruuh down now. The Prowler goes in through showers. It's 3v4, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're waiting for Hydra to whips the shots on her. Chef will whip his shots too. So Hydra survives. Crazy cover with 1 HP. Decayed and marked. He's going to have to make a ploy into showers. And certainly does. 2v1. Osha will have to peek. And Crazy cover with its immaculate aim will not fall. 6-1. We're moving to Division X, becoming as dominant as they could possibly ever become. It's such a hard map to stop this force of a behemoth that is Division X, and Bruuh's fault. They shouldn't let loose of their mentality at this moment because, right, they have 5 rounds in a row. It's still not game over. They still can very much retake. They still can very much bring this match back. You have 5 rounds remaining in this first half as well, so it's something that they will look to typically do. Again, Baseplate pushed up into Sky Smoke now, waiting. Crazy guy sense the line up that we thought they would play, and they get the kill as well.
Bring them down.
The Prowler into Fountain to give them the information necessary. Zealot whole side doesn't really take any chances actually, so it's a 3v2 now. Where it's going around. Will look to enter mid marker through.
Last player standing.
Should take Hydra. Hydra doesn't get caught off guard. Gets Zenzi. No idea that Bruuh is. They're both going around in circles. It's actually fascinating to see. Zealot posted up all the way in 8 waiting. So Bruuh has no idea what an opportunity he has up his hands in just a few moments here. Gets Hydra. So it's a 1v2 now. So they're going around in graffiti, and now
30 seconds
all of
left.
a sudden Zealot comes all the way into market just to catch Crazy Cover holding the angle, and they both peek. All 3 of them peek at the same time. So the merry-go-round in graffiti did not amount to much for the Clove, and giving Division X yet another round. It's just all and everything. It's Crazy Kaiser. I am very sorry. Is it? Have I been saying the name wrong all this time? I apologize. Still, it's Crazy Kaiser. Okay, just call him Kaiser. Let's just call him Kaiser. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, Kaiser, I apologize. I've been calling you Kawa all this time. I mean, look, I feel like Kawa is a much better name. No offense. Hunt coming in from the defenders. The defenders are taking the game to them.
Battle out.
The all too dangerous judge play to judge Bruuh's fault with just one. Hydra will take Bruuh 2 and now it's just a 5v2. OSHA to bring some sort of balance back to Bruuh's fault as Division X. Seemingly, all of a sudden, it switches and now it's a 2v1. Mind you, Bruuh's fault still has to deal with base plate EV3 almost taking Zenzi off of the game. And doesn't matter because the paint shells just absolutely pack a punch for base plate and EV3 giving Division X just a few moments now away from the first half and a possible map to win in order for them to move forward into the semi-finals. Ladies and gentlemen, Bruuh's fault just can't seem to have a hold on themselves here. They are falling and they are falling miles and miles below. It's just becoming, the gap between the two teams just seem to be ever so big in this map, and Bind is it's proving to be a dangerous map for Bruuh's fault. Division X are just unstoppable at the moment. 8-1. The guiding light going in as much as pushing it into Hookah as deep as they possibly can, but EV3 hiding the angle that he has been holding this entire game. The Painters pushing into Hookah. OSHA will not be phased. Hydra waiting to take any kill. C's coming in from Hookah. The Viper's Pit is a very dominant stand for the defenders, so they can't. The attackers are really questioning whether they should be going to be at the moment. Zella
One enemy
on the
remaining.
other side will take
Spike
2
down,
kills for
B.
himself. Spike in the hands of the attackers, and OSHA can do much. OSHA can't do much. We'll have to peek around. Graffiti take EV3 down. Pushing up. Hookah playing it as slow as he can. The defenders, only a matter of time. A few seconds of a reaction time gives Hydra the opportunity to take OSHA down. 9-1. Let me repeat that. It's 9-1. Folks, we know who the most dominant team right now in this game is. You can't even give an excuse for Bruuh's fault, because that was just flawless execution of a defense in the form of Division X. They're just aggressive, they're unpredictable, they just know. On the flip side, they know exactly how Bruuh's fault is going to be acting. Have a look at this already early on. Last back to push in. The showstopper gets 2 kills. Holy! The sky smoke to stop OSHA from peeking any further. Zealot up in mid-market. The Prowler coming in, giving the information that the defenders are possibly holed up in or near showers. Locked in hay. They might have to pull. They might have to go all the way back to Archers and take the way to tunnel, but doesn't matter. Market battle falls as Blackie will take the brunt of EV3's Phantom Spray. Nobody checking showers, so Zenzi should be fine at the moment. Moment you enter into triple might have some problems, but that's Valorant. Timing turns around the 1 second, and Crazy Kaiser will fall.
Throwing net.
OSHA has to fight for Spike now that it's in the hands of EV3.
Nothing there.
The lock out. Sound sensor should go out.
30 seconds left.
And
Face your fear.
the Nightfall coming in from
One enemy
the Fade
remaining.
in order to stop, but doesn't matter. EV3 holds up a very, very peculiar angle yet again in order to completely
round before the
agonizingly take that round away. Very slowly, but very carefully take the game one step closer to Division X. It's becoming a very one-sided game affair. Bruuh's fault just can't seem to catch a break. Spike falling early on in the hands of the attackers just put OSHA and Zenzi in a position that they just simply couldn't get themselves. Have a look at this. Baseplate and EV3 really outdoing themselves in this. Holding a judge, waiting for Baseplate to push up, and I think that's the ploy that they were looking for here, Chef. Not This time around, Kazan will take Zenzi fall early on, bruh, to trade off Hydra. Grabs the Phantom in this buy round, so it should give them the opportunity. It's a 3v3. The Seekers are sent from the sky. The attackers are going to make a ploy here. The burst fall. I think we're having some coming from the production stand. I apologize. The TP coming in from the attackers, from the defenders. It's a 2v2 now. Base plate held up in. Play takes the game to them. Doesn't matter if he's trapped in a corner. Just absolute
Player standing.
sheer distance
sides.
from Division. He makes space for himself by sending out the blast pack, and then all of a sudden they're staggered and they get taken out. That's just how you play, Raze, and that's a fabulous way of looking at it as well. Don't get flustered, just keep calm, keep composed. You always have an opportunity of turning the game around, and that's exactly what Baseplate does to win the round. It's 11-1. It looks highly unlikely in Bruuh's fault, but if they do pull a Fnatic
Tear
tonight,
them down.
a lot will have to be said. Right now in the driving seat, Baseplate and his lads, Division X, will look to take a very dominant push in. As much as they've been aggressive in the defense, they look to be as aggressive. The wall coming in from Deadlock should stop them from making any ploy onto site. The barrier mesh really standing as formidable as they can. Osha takes a very good look. Nobody has any idea here. EV3 will be the first to fall.
One enemy remaining.
X
Spike down
Osha will take Castle too. And now it's Zealot to fall again. All of a sudden, they win their second round. It's been 10 rounds in the waiting, bro. 11-2, ladies and gentlemen. Bruuh's made a squeak and told us they still are in it to win it. And I think as much as they would have loved the barrier from the Deadlock proved to be everything there, the mesh to block it all. Yeah, the barrier mesh to block it all, really putting a holster in the attack of
Where are you?
the attack of Division X. Everybody coming to showers. The Trailblaze going in. The guiding light going in and blinding everybody in showers. The horn coming in. Everybody just seems to know what they want to do. They're going in as quickly as they can. Zenzi somehow doesn't get any kills over there by spraying through the smoke. Lucky will definitely not.
Last player standing.
Shuts down the attacking attempt. Zealot with a frenzy gets one kill. One more does not matter. The headshot onto Chef will not kill him, so that gives the round to Bruuh's fault. And now all of a sudden 2 rounds in a row, the Bruuh's fault highly try to use this way to come back as soon as possible, because the attackers are just pushing in mindlessly. Usually that should work, but it seems like it isn't in the aspect of Division X here. Now 11-3. 11-3. I think they're gonna try the slow approach here now, a very tactical approach. The Prowler going into side. Paint shells going into lamps. So flash shell to boost yourself. Baseplate now taking a very slow approach to lamps. Bruuh waits with the Spectre pointing. Doesn't matter because Brace Shell has other plans. All of a sudden, the attackers all over inside.
One enemy
Baseplate
remaining.
will fall to Zenzi. Osha pushing very slowly to backside.
Team Ace.
Doesn't matter because stopped by Kazar in pipes, giving Division X
Match point.
the match point. What a fascinating game of Valorant we've had. As much as Division X has been very dominant in both games, Bruuh just has to pull out some theatrics to delay the inevitable, and Division X seems to shake and get a little too excited when it comes to carrying that momentum forward, and that just puts a hindrance on their most inevitable win. The base played with a judge, the Prowler, to go into blue to get information. EV3 whiffing its shots, both 2 kills all of a sudden, almost gets clipped on the base plate.
I'll find you.
The horn from Osha, the C's from Kaza proving very beneficial as Kaza and Osha held back. Zenzi doesn't. Zenzi takes a very good approach through.
Sensor trip.
Graffiti gets the kill of the almighty base plate. The grab net sent right into sight, seeing if there's anybody who can get caught to it to hinder what is to be. Zenzi falls, and all of a sudden now the defenders are in a whole heap of trouble. The Prowler and the Molly slowing
planted.
down the defense. Blackie, Kaza has to be really careful here. Blackie moving up with the Bulldog. Any kill.
Last player
Yes.
standing.
And
One
now all
enemy
of a
remaining.
sudden, it's a 1v1. It's Blackie versus 7. And somehow,
Attackers win.
Blackie falls. And Division X will win against the almighty Bruuh. Ladies and gentlemen, a very one-sided affair coming in from Division X, really showing the sheer dominance and the absolute experience from Baseplate and the rest of the gang. And I think that's something that they'll have to look back and see, because Baseplate and Zealot played a fantastic. EV3 not too far behind, really played well as a sentinel, setting down, anchoring down what was a very one-sided affair. I am taken for words. 13-7 in Korod. We thought we'd see something of maybe a comeback from Bruuh in bind, but again, they just proved, the Division X just proved to be unstoppable from the get-go and really drove the momentum of this game home. Which means, ladies and gentlemen, in its sense, because it's a best of 3, Division X will be moving forward into the semi-finals, who they will be joined with Team Exotic and Ravens. What a fascinating game of Valorant we've had so far. We've had a bunch of Valorant games that has been fascinating prior to this as well. I mean, already qualified teams like Ahmad Ashraf, Zyphos, Valorant. You have Team AFK and Full Focus, Fast Loose, and now we're having a bunch of teams like Team Exotic, Ravens, Division X, and then very soon we're gonna know who it's gonna be between Whiff Landing on You and Bots. So I mean, Dennis is playing in one of those teams as well, so we're gonna be having a blaster of a game moving forward into this bracket that is qualifier 3. So just stay tuned, because more Valorant is about to come out and we are in for a blaster. I am so sorry for not being able to show myself today, because I usually like to be involved. My camera decided to take a break from casting as well, because we've been doing a lot of casting left, right and center. I hope you guys had a blast of a game, because I did, and I think Dennis was supposed to be my caster today, but hey, he bailed on me. Dennis, are you here? Can you hear me? I'm gonna hold this person, alright?
I am here. I do have to apologize a lot regarding the HUD, regarding the games. Yeah, I mean, it's been a massacre today. So I've been trying my best to bring everything back to normal, but you know what? It is what it is. It is a community event after all. You can't complain. Yeah, but thank you so much, Vega, for bearing all this, because I know how much he's going through with my production issues, because it's really difficult for him to cast when there's lags, issues, delays. So
Hey,
really do appreciate it, and thank you everyone for being so patient. And even the teams today, they did give me some time to work things out, and they were happy to help me out as well to do some test runs. So shout out to you guys. Thank you very much, and really good games, guys.
Appreciate everything coming in from this guy over here, because it's been a month-long worth of Valorant almost every single day. 4 qualifiers, so many more matches after, and a whole massive round of Valorant in Sri Lanka is something that's so it's not the usual. So appreciate him for bringing in this community event. And again, productions like this go wrong sometimes. You just have to give us the space in order to work things out. Okay, I've held you guys long enough. I really congratulations to the winning team, that is Division X. Really tough moment for Bruuh's Fall, but they did put on a fight in any map that they played. We're not going into Sunset, and I think Division X will be very happy about that as well. But what we are going into is a match tomorrow with Landing on You. Will be going against bots. OG bots. Right, okay, that was OG. It looked like a 3, so I was like, what is that? It's OG bots. With Landing boys, with Landing on You against OG bots tomorrow, so tune in. While we gotta breathe, a quick reminder, if you're enjoying the cast, the chaos, and the Valorant action, come hang out with me outside the cup as well. I'm live on Twitch almost every week at the Vega Aurora, and you can find me anywhere else as well. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok as Vega Aurora. More casts, more games, and a lot more moments where I yell, how did I not kill him? Drop a follow, drop a hello. We built a community that loves this just as much as you do, alright? Alright then, back to it. Congratulations Division X, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye bye.